In the year 1345 BCE, the city of Thebes stood proud, a jewel of the Nile, where temples stretched to the sky and the sun kissed golden stone. But behind its beauty brewed unrest. Whispers flowed like the river, dissent, doubt, and something darker. Among its architects was Neferhotep, brilliant, sarcastic, dangerously curious. He questioned what others revered. He was chosen by Pharaoh Akhenaten himself to design eternal tombs for a kingdom that dared to worship new gods. It was a risky honor. Not everyone welcomed these gods. In shadowed halls, the old priesthood watched. Their eyes narrowed. Their power waned under Akhenaten's reforms, and resentment grew. Then, a shock. The high priest of Amun was found dead inside a tomb still under construction, a sacred site defiled. Panic gripped the city. At the scene, etched in glowing hieroglyphs, a curse, a warning, a name, Neferhotep's. They said he desecrated the site, that he had mocked the old gods. He denied it, but the markings were in his hand, or a clever copy of it. Dragged before the court, the people shouted for justice. Neferhotep stood in chains, scrolls clenched in protest. In the crowd, unseen, a young Nubian woman watched, silent, intense. Her name was Tia. The verdict came swiftly, exiled to the desert, a slow death under a burning sky. But fate had other plans. That night, under a veil of stars and wind, Tia slipped past guards and cut Neferhotep's chains. Together, fugitives now, they fled into the sands, with only one truth between them. In the wilderness, trust grew where suspicion once stood. Around the fire, Tia spoke. The priest hadn't died by curse, but by courage. He'd uncovered a crime. The temple gold was being stolen, not by spirits, but by those who claimed to guard it. The old priests, masked in ritual, had built a lie. The clues led to a hidden place, a labyrinth buried by time, designed by none other than Neferhotep himself years ago, a marvel of stone, light, and deception lost beneath the sands. They returned to the temple, slipped beneath its floor, and there found the path and the proof. The vault held piles of gold, not curses, and the rituals of ghosts, nothing more than stagecraft and incense. All roads pointed to Hawara, the ancient maze, the one Neferhotep built, then buried, for reasons even he had forgotten. But it remembered him. Inside, the maze stirred. Step by step, it opened to him. Every glyph, every turn, a signature from his past. It wasn't magic, it was design, but they weren't alone. Through twisting corridors, Amun Moses, the high priest who had orchestrated it all, closed in. Traps sprang, floors shifted, spears hissed from walls. But Neferhotep saw the patterns, the logic behind the chaos. His logic, and for the first time, the maze obeyed him. At the heart of it stood a chamber, a vault of knowledge. Schematics, scrolls, inventions, ideas once feared, now glowing in the dark. Not a tomb, a treasury. Tia understood this was more than survival. It was legacy, a revolution of thought buried in stone. But Amun Moses arrived, furious, torch in hand, and what he saw, what he could never control, shook him. Neferhotep offered peace, truth, a way out, but fear runs deeper than stone. Amun Moses raised his staff. Tia stepped forward, unafraid, but in his blind strike, Amun triggered a trap. The floor beneath him shifted, gears groaned, glyphs pulsed, the vault door slammed shut on the wrong side. He was sealed in by the truth he tried to bury. Neferhotep and Tia stood in silence, not triumphant, but heavy with what they now carried. They returned to the world, changed, with no gold, only knowledge. Tia held the scrolls close. Neferhotep walked beside her, eyes steady. Their mission was clear. They would share what was hidden. They would rebuild what was lost. And though their names might fade with time, their legacy would live on in stone, in story, and in every mind brave enough to question.